Hey, how you doing? Here we are again. Marc Mittag here. I'm running you through the guitar parts that I'm working on for a show we have coming up in October. And if you're watching this past October, hey, it's been and gone. Check out the next show. It's all based on an album that we did in parallel to a novel that my wife wrote called The Very Last List of Vivian Walker. It's a real roller coaster of an album, so there's lots of different emotive ideas that we had to sort of come across. And I'm kind of playing guitar as a one-man band for the album, so it was a really interesting exercise. In the first video, The Cost of Love, I spoke about creating contrast between the sections using different techniques. And in this song, I thought I'd go into a little bit, the other part of this is creating contrast between the different parts of what are going on. So making the bass sound different to the chords, different to the melody, making it sound like there's more than one guitar, I suppose. But, just creating interest within the thing. So in this tune, Clean House, it's a slower, bluesier kind of thing. And, it needed to be a little more somber, a little more dark and dramatic. And it's pretty much sort of in A minor. And I wanted to avoid just strumming an A minor chord. I wanted to come up with some themes. So let me run you through it. So the first part of what I did was instead of, A minor to E minor, that just didn't sell enough. I wanted you to be able to hear the first couple of notes and go, oh, it's that song. So what I like to do is break a chord down. So essentially I came up with as my A minor chord, right? And that little melodic became the guitar riff, if you like, right? So so pretty much just playing an A minor chord, but having a moving bass line and this repetitive theme, all of a sudden it has a mood and it has an identity. So you can hear I'm letting these notes ring at the top. Right? So then you can hear there's also a little bass line. So what I'm doing here is, again, I'm palm muting. So instead of right? I'm palm muting it, making it sound quite fragile. Now, again, that fragility is what I was after. So I'm using the side of my fingernails to create a bit of a scrapey, right, on some of the notes. Gives it like a throatiness, if you like, right? And I'm also using some harmonics, but not in the normal nice clear places. I'm going after those dirtier, less defined harmonics. All right, just there. There's some here too, but these ones are cool. There are a lot more harmonics and there's a bit of dissonance in there, which is lovely. It sounds more percussive, more like a bell or something percussive. So let me just play a little bit. This is the verse. Right, lots of little unspoken notes, I call them, right? But I'm playing notes, but I'm not letting them come out. So again, they're more percussive, but you still hear the little ideas. That's kind of it, right? And then I go to a little F chord. I'm still want my dee-doo-da little melody. Change it slightly for this chord, but you get the idea. Right, so that's the verse idea. I guess I'm going for an upright bass sound, but it's almost more like a muted acoustic bass, I suppose. And I like those little percussive things because we didn't have a drummer. And there's something whispering and gentle about it. In the chorus, I needed to build, but not too much. I didn't want to go like rock and roll on it, right? So I'm just, it's pretty much bar chords, I suppose. But You know, still got that little snare idea in there. Kind of the chorus, I think. Yeah, so that's largely this song. Enjoy.